What's up, everybody? Hope y'all are doing well. Want to say thank you for all of the support, the feedback, the comments, and all that kind of stuff. Y'all reaching out to me. I'm glad these things are challenging, is helping you at the same time. I'm going to continue to keep rolling these out, continue to keep this content coming. I think it's helping a lot of people from the feedback that I'm getting, so I'll continue to keep going forward. As you probably could tell, I've got the board with me again today. We're talking about fail forward, right? Failing forward, and the key for that, right? There's many times in life what we do is the first time we scrape our knees, the first time we fall off our bike, right? How many times when you're starting to ride your bike, you fell off time and time again, and then as you continue to keep going, you start learning, and then all of a sudden, what ends up happening is boom, I got it. And then once you ride a bike, you never really forget. It's the same thing in life. Once we got to learn how to grow. We have to learn, and the thing is, we all do, but it's subconscious, and sometimes we need to make it conscious again, because failure and fears also can be pushed to the subconscious mind as well. So anytime we mess up our knees, we fall, we scrape anything on our body, right? And we're like, failure, right? Or we go to a job interview and we get declined, we get rejected, right? Or we go out in front of 1,000 people, we're supposed to have a speech, and then we fumble on our words, right? Anything that we're failure is the first point I want to talk about. Failure is giving up. It's not falling down. It's not making a mistake. You see, the part about failure is it's a key. It's the recipe in order to get to where you're going. In order to get to success, you have to fail. You have to trial and error. You have to get better. You're not going to be perfect from day one, right? Many times we get this thought that anybody successful, the people that we're trying to become, the people that we look to, like, man, I want to be more like them. And we see them in the light of 30, 40 years, 20 years of experience. We see them after trials and trials and trials to now they seem to have it perfect. They seem to always be on. And yet we try to do that the first time we go, and we're like, maybe this isn't for me. But if we were to take a deeper look into that person's life you're comparing yourself to, which we talked about before, don't compare. It's a hard game to win. You're probably not going to win, right? If we compare, we'll see the time they spent over and over failing and continue to go forward and to continue to fail on a big stage, but just to roll with it and understand that failure is part of the process. But if I give up, not only would I feel like a failure, I'll be failing the dreams. I'll be failing all these different things I said I was going to do. I'll be failing my own word. And if I don't even keep my own word to myself, I mean, it's a terrible place to be, right? No one wants to feel that way. No one wants to feel like a failure, because you're not. But don't give up. Keep moving forward. Keep becoming. Keep getting to the best version of yourself every single day. The best version of yourself is in front of you, not behind you. Right, so don't look back at your failure. Don't look back at those things. See, that's why I couldn't do it. No, get so focused on where you're going that stuff doesn't even bother you. Doesn't even have space in your mind for it. Right? The second point I want to talk about, which kind of I've already alluded to, is perfection is your enemy. Right? We think that we just can't make a mistake. That we got to go out there and be perfect from day one. And that's just not the case. You continue to grow. If you don't give yourself space to not be perfect, what's going to happen is you're going to be so robotic. Even when you give a speech and you try to be perfect, try to remember every single word. There's no emotion. There's no passion. There's nothing involved in that. You go out into a game playing in front of 1,000 people. Let's say football, for my background of that. If I go out there and try to do everything perfect and focus so much, what's going to end up happening is I'll be not present. I won't let my body flow. I won't be able to react and do things that I would normally be able to do. Just having fun, just focusing on being in that moment, right? Anticipating. If I'm trying to do everything perfectly, I don't give my mind space to see what's in front of me, what's going on. The same thing in life. When you're talking, when you're meeting with people, when you're going for an interview, when you're doing all these different things, you've got to give yourself space to be you. And don't think you have to be perfect, because frankly, with social media and all videos and all that kind of stuff right now, we try to put this perfect vision of ourselves, a perfect perspective of ourselves. And when we look at that, we forget sometimes there's been editing to it, right? There's been things to it. So they think, man, how did they just go from start to finish, all this kind of stuff? We got to remember, we got to build to it, right? We got to grow to it. You see, life is not just about getting your knees dirty, right? Getting some scrapes on you, right? Kind of some scars along the way. It's about pushing past those points because those things heal, right? But we've got to continue. We don't die from those. So stop dying on your dream just because you get a little scar, just because you get a little scrape. Use it as motivation. Okay, we're going to keep growing. I learned from that, right? And that's what I want to challenge you with. Don't let your failures, your past failures, stop you from where you're going. Because like I said before, the best version of you is in front of you, not behind you. Much love, y'all. Hope y'all doing well.